going on, y'all? It's your boy ABC bringing you some more Pogo Bros content. And we've got a banger of an episode for you today. Why? Because we got not one, not two, but a triple Hyper Beam theme team. Let's go! You know what that means? There's gonna be a lot of booms, a lot of bangs, a lot of bada bings, bada booms, you name it. So grab a snack, sit back and enjoy this one. And fun fact, this episode was actually inspired by a comment in a previous episode from one of our viewers, TheInvertedBox. So hey, thank you so much, TheInvertedBox, for the suggestion. I hope you enjoy this video. Something tells me you're going to. But anyways, let's get into those battles. Why don't we? All right. First matchup here, we got a Clay Doll. It's a fairly neutral lead unless they have Ice Beam. We're going to go ahead and switch out, though, into our Malamar, see what the opponent wants to do. And they come in with an Azu. And typically, this is a very bad lead, or a bad matchup where we're walled. We get off that sweet, sweet Hyper Beam. And suddenly, we're in a position where we can take Switch. So we're going to go ahead and shield this. Unfortunately, they Ice Beam bait us. Ice Beam bait us. But we're going to go ahead and shield that. We'll see what the opponent wants to do. And they are not interested in shielding resisted moves. So that's fine for us because we have Switch now. So now we're just going to go ahead and start spamming out these foul plays. The opponent actually lets one through, which is great for us. And then they actually let us get to another one before farming us down. Or at least trying to, because we switch out immediately. And we go ahead and shield a potential Ice Beam. And they actually are not running Ice Beam at all. They're going for Scorching Sands. So luckily, they did not debuff us right there, but they're going to go ahead and spam these out. We're going to make sure to throw in good timing here, over farming as well. And so now we're going to see what the opponent wants to do. They let it through, and they have a Dusclops in the back, which is typically a good matchup for us because we are double resisting the fast moves as well as some of their charge moves. But we're going to try and catch a move here, and that did not work out very well. What does this opponent have? They have Poltergeist! Are you kidding me? I said there's gonna be a lot of booms, but I did not say that they were necessarily gonna be from us. So in my defense, so yeah, this is a very bad situation here because the other move that the opponent running is Ice Punch. We can only take one more of those, but we actually get a nifty little catch here. You know, we're not going down without a fight. Unfortunately, though, it's a little too late, and the game actually lagged right there too. So the opponent got an entire hex in for free, which sucks. What can you do? Honestly, they should have tried to poltergeist us for some BM, but they didn't understand the assignment. But that's okay. GG's. All right. Next matchup, we're playing the bulky Squirrel Boy here. Typically, this is a very neutral matchup, except in the rare instance where we're running Hyper Beam because the opponent has no incentive to shield at this point in time. Little do they know. Yeah, look at that. We brought that big bulky boy into the red. He isn't looking too bulky after all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it must not be in hibernation. Okay, anyways, we're going for this farm down here. The opponent is incentivized to stay in because they have boosted attack, so they got off a couple of body slams before moving out. But hey, that'll misaligns the switch clock here and is great for us. The opponent shields thinking we have a superpower, and now they are forced to throw their energy, which is fantastic for us because now we have alignment with our Shadow Electrode, and they actually throw an alignment right there, so we get a whole Volt Switch in for free. So I'm shielding this up. Best believe it. We get that farm down. Wonderful. What does the opponent decide to come back in with? Let's see here. Ooh, they got a fur. Oh! Oh! No! They just did not do that. I'm weak. Oh man, we are cooked, chat. Like I said, there were some swings and misses in a few of these. That was one of them, but I just thought it was so, you know, it was just so epic that I had to keep this in here. And also, by the way, we have a discharge which is incredibly spammy after the most recent move update. So we're actually able to double up on these, and we win the CMP tied naturally, so that we can get this dub right here. GG's. So hey, great game to the opponent. They made an excellent catch, but just wasn't enough. Sorry. All right, and in this next matchup, we got a Jumpluff in the lead. This is decent matchup for us because we have the super effective fire punches. But if they have energy ball like they do, this suddenly turns into a negative matchup. But we're gonna go ahead and spam these out while we still can. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch out so that way we can see what they got. Oh, they got a Marowak. This is. Do they respect the Hyper Beam, y'all? Do they respect it? No, they do not. Let's go. And suddenly we've flipped switch here. So now we are going to come in now with the Malamar. The unfortunate thing here is that the opponent is doing heavy damage with these ghost type moves. We can tank one, and that does a lot. But we're going to go ahead and get off this foul play. The opponent shields naturally. And then we try and catch a move here, but they do not oblige. And we're going to shield the dynamic punch. And now they come in with their jump luff. And this is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, man. Yeah, that is a lot right there. And we're trying to overfarm. Oh, we overfarm one too much. This is very unfortunate. So now suddenly this is looking very bleak for us. And honestly, I should have top left it at this point. Maybe the opponent wants to let it through and be nice. No, they don't. They farm us down for the win. GG's. Yeah, maybe if I underfarmed right, or if I did one less, we may have had a chance, but it was really close. We safe swap into our Lapras here, and we are baiting the superpower. And the opponent does not. The opponent calls it. Props to the opponent right there. We're going to take one move here before they go. They didn't charge up to the Skull Bash, so I was fine taking it. And they come in with a Clodsire, which is very interesting because this is a great matchup for us. And quite frankly, this is what I want to see the Clodsire. So we actually end up throwing what appears to be a CMP tie. And it is. So this is great for us because the opponent just dumped a lot of energy that we otherwise wouldn't have spent. They actually undercharged, so we switch out of there to avoid the farm down. And at this point, we can take whatever move the opponent throws. They actually do build up to the Earthquake, which does about 40% of our health. And now we're going to bait the Scourging Sands to the opponent. And they end up shielding that, which is fantastic. We're going to have to start committing shields here. So we're going to take this now and bait another. We're going to bait again. But the opponent lets it through this time, which is crazy. But that allows us to snipe them right there. And, oh boy, you know what time it is. No! Oh my gosh, they did it again. What elo am I at? Yeah, I'm in the 2100s, guys. This is like 27, 2800 style play right there. How do they know these Hyper Beam counts? This is insane. I'm at a loss for words, but makes for good content. But I mean, you kind of want to win these ones too. Oh gosh! And at this point, I'm baiting again. I think you're seeing a pattern here. I just shouldn't bait sometimes. I could have gotten that Hyper Beam off, and we would have won that one. But GG's. All right, guys. The tides will turn in our favor. Hopefully, we have a Dunsparce in the lead here, and this is actually a very good lead for us because we're resisting the rollouts, and then we throw in good timing. And does the opponent respect it? They do not. Yeah, that does a lot of damage right there. And suddenly the opponent is in a very precarious situation. These drill runs are doing nothing. We throw in good timing, of course. And we're going to get this Fire Punch off, and the opponent needs to shield if they want to stay alive. And they end up shielding a Fire Punch, which is insane. So they let the Hyper Beam through, and then they shield the Fire Punch. Make it make sense. So we're going to go ahead and get some chip damage off on this jump off right here, and then we go ahead and catch a move. What did we get? We caught the Aerial Ace. Boink! Yeah, we're looking real good right now. So we're going to shield now the next move because it's probably an Energy Ball or an Acrobatics. Either one I do not want to take. And then we double up on the discharges before throwing. See what the opponent wants to do. They let it through. All right, so then now they throw on alignment, letting a whole Volt switch through. So I'm going to shield that. And they got a Charge Bug in the back. Do they respect this? They actually do. What in the world? Okay, so we're kind of in trouble here because that X Scissor does enough now to where we're in danger of being Volt switched down. And yeah, this is bad because Malamar does not want to see an X Scissor. It's going to do a lot of damage, if not one-shot it. Oh boy, what happens here? Oh! And we actually get a catch. We're not going down without a fight, but oh my gosh, this is painful. Takes us out, and we get KO'd with the move. Oh my gosh! And if we survive that, we might fast move down the remaining Pokemon for the win. But the opponent gets it. GG's. Like, that's literally the one Pokemon we couldn't afford to see in the back. Annoying. But anyways, we're in this matchup with a Credilli now. Malamar, we've been once debuffed already, but we're going to go ahead and bait that. Superpower, the opponent actually gives us a shield, which is great. So I really have no interest in keeping this Malamar around. The Rock Tomb does just enough to where they can get a nice little farm down, which is unfortunate. But we're going to have to come back in with our Diggersby right now. And we don't really have anything that can hurt this, hurt rock types. So we're just go ahead and throwing these non-stab neutral fire punches, and it is not going well. We make a good shield on the Grass Knot. The opponent could have easily baited with a Rock Tomb and made this exponentially worse. But we're going to go ahead and now get off another fire punch. The opponent gets to another move. We're going to go ahead and shield up the Grass Knot again. Good shield right there. Unfortunately, we're not able to farm them down because we do not have Mud Shot, so we have to throw a fire punch into Credilli, which hurts. And oh man. Okay, so we're in trouble here, guys. We catch this Hydro Cannon on the Electrode, but it nearly takes it out. So yeah, whatever. We're just gonna farm up, and the opponent, do they respect it? Boom! That was awesome. Only problem is it's that there's still a Fraligator in the back, and they end up shielding the Hyper Beam. I think they're catching on to what's going on here. But the most irritating part of this battle is that I survive, and I actually get to the Fire Punch here. So theoretically, if I baited with the Fire Punch, I probably could have gotten to that Hyper Beam and taken out this Fraligator for an epic win. But it did not happen. GG's. All right. We're losing, but we're losing in style, for whatever it's worth. I lost a lot of elo, full disclosure. Don't try this team at home, guys. We're going to get that Hyper Beam off on the Malamar. Fantastic. And then we're going to shield the potential superpower. Do they send it? They full send, yes. So now we're going to overfarm a little bit more. And then we're going to catch this next superpower, or I would imagine, on the Malamar. Yep. And then we get this triple resisted Psywave farm down. So we have some energy now. And they come in with their Clodsire here, which is great for us because that's what the Malamar wants to see, quite frankly. We call the Sludge Bomb bait, which is great because the opponent is in no position to farm us down, and we're just getting off these super effective Psywaves. And the Malamar has done its job, so we're going to let it go. We do have a lot of energy on the Diggersby before swapping out. So now we come in, the opponent full switches into the Pangoro, and this is a very tricky matchup. We built up to all of our nukes. We get a shield here, and now we're going to force the opponent to full send if they want to take us out, which they do. Boom. But now that they're double debuffed, these fire punches should take them out. So now we can just fire away. Boom. Get that shield. And then we're going to shield whatever the opponent throws here. Unfortunately, it's a Night Slash bait, which is unfortunate. But we overfarmed by one here before luckily winning the CMP tie with the Clodsire. So boom, we take that out. And then because we overfarmed by one, we actually get to the Fire Punch before the Pangoro gets to the close combat. So we get that win. GG's. All right. So now into the next matchup. We got a Charge Bug in the lead. Fantastic lead. They come in with a Fraligator, and we're just gonna hard swap into our Electrode, and luckily the opponent throws an alignment, so we get a full Volt Switch through, and they go for an Ice Beam, which is really strange, but unfortunately I have to throw anyways just because of how Fraligator paces, and it would get to a Hydro Cannon, although I don't know if they ended up having it or not. Whatever. All right, so we have a Charge Bug in here. Do they respect this? No, they do not. Boom! All right, we are looking really good. Oh man, that was, it never gets old to see these Hyper Beam booms, guys. I don't know about you, but and then they go for a Skull Bash, so the opponent's going for some nukes of their own. Okay, so hear me out. They get a Skull Bash off. They raise their defense. I'm going to go ahead and send the Hyper Beam. They can tank any other move. And they go and shield it. What the heck? And then they go and throw a move when they could have farmed me down. Nothing makes sense here, but they're kind of bailing me out here, which is totally fine. Yeah, there's just a lot of madness going on right now. And we come in here to either catch or force the opponent's hand to throw the charge energy because they can't farm us down. And so now that they have expended all their energy now, they're not able to get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. So we're able to tank that one, and then we're able to get off this Hyper Beam. And we ain't gonna bubble nothing, y'all. We're going for this BM, boom, or doink, or whatever you want to. That was a little baby boom, I don't know, whatever. But GG's. And hey, you see right there, we had a positive set. So it is possible to do with this team, though I would not recommend it because I lost a lot of elo, and I'm just doing this because of you guys, including the inverted box. So let's get into this next one. Okay, and so you've seen this one play out before. We got, you know, Jump Pluff doing their moves. We're shielding up energy balls. We're throwing fire punches. So it's all fine and dandy, but something needs to happen here because we cannot stay in this matchup. So we do get a shield, and at this point they throw away another move, and I end up taking this energy ball, and that does a lot of damage. I'm switching now into the electrode, and they come now in with a Clodsire. So this is not fantastic. This is actually very bad, but they do not expect the Hyper Beam. Look at all that damage that we just did. So what normally would be a dominating matchup, we force the opponent to throw an energy or a charge move, and they actually go for an Earthquake, which I think is overkill in this situation, but I'm not complaining. So now we come in with the Malamar, and this sets up a very juicy farm down. They also bait us with the Sludge Bomb, so we ain't shielding none of that junk. They come in now with the Jump Pluff here, and we can tank any move, or we can tank an Aerial Ace. So we actually managed to call that, which is fantastic. And they actually make a catch on the Lapras, which is very unfortunate. That does next to nothing. We're going for that Hyper Beam, but we can't make it. But the opponent bails us out with by throwing their energy, which is totally fine with us. And now they are doing triple resisted damage with their Sideways, so we're actually able to bait them and get to the Hyper Beam. I don't think we're gonna win this matchup, but I want to be able to boom a Lapras. Boom! Yeah, get out of here, Lapras. We don't want you around here. And then we get farmed down. But hey, we boomed a Lapras, all right. Moral victory. All right, Gastrodon in the next lead. This is typically a neutral matchup for us, but kind of like with the Dunsparce, swings heavily in our favor when you have a move like Hyper Beam. Boom! Look at that damage right there. So this is great and all, but they're gonna throw an Earth Power, and we shielded that up luckily. But they come in with a Tinkaton, and yikes, this is not looking good. They're resisting all of our moves except for Super Power, which we do not have, and they decide not to shield it. It was a CMP tie, so I'm letting this through. It's actually a Bulldoze, so they actually baited us for whatever reason. They unfortunately debuff our defense here, and I wanted to get to that Hyper Beam. I wanted to see how much it did, but they actually full sent the Play Rough, which I think is overkill at that point after the first Bulldoze debuff, but what do I know? Anyways, we're coming in now with the Diggersby. We can take any move that they have, whether it's a Bulldoze or a Play Rough, and they had to go for the Bulldoze. Luckily, no debuff right there. And then we're going to go ahead and for science see how much this Hyper Beam does on the Mandibuzz, and that does about half. That is a beefy bird, all right? They throw on interesting timing here, and honestly, I should have shielded this up. I'm really kicking myself for that one. But anyways, we throw in good timing right here. I don't think we were able to secure that farm down, so we'll see what the opponent wants to do. They let it through, and then we're going for this farm down here, and we do not get it, unfortunately, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and farm them down. And now it's just us and the Tinkaton. Luckily there was no lag right there, but we're gonna go ahead and we call the Bulldoze bait, which is amazing, but the problem is they actually get the debuff. Honestly, I think we had a chance to win if that debuff doesn't happen, because those Fairy Winds aren't doing anything, but suddenly our defense gets debuffed, and now these Fairy Winds are gonna go ahead and farm us down. Gosh, that was a close one. That would have been amazing to pull out. But anyways, last two battles of the video, let's go. Hard lead here. We're gonna save swap into the Electrode, and oh boy, I didn't know what time it is, guys. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Let's go. Got the screenshot too. I hope I didn't burst anyone's eardrums right there. But anyways, we just flip switch right there. Let's go. Now we have the Malamar on the Primeape here, and I think they're gonna bait. Yep, we called that. Get that Rage Fist out of here. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw a move, likely to draw a shield, which we get, which is fantastic. And now that the Primeape is buffed, I'm gonna go ahead and shield this anyways. They actually full send the close combat, so luckily we shielded that up. They have a Flygon in the back. They're probably gonna shield anything at this point, so we get that shield, and we're sitting pretty right now. Yep, I think we know what time it is. It's just a matter of getting there. His opponent has a lot of energy, so I'm just gonna chill back here for a bit, if you don't mind. Yeah, just gonna chill. And we overfarmed by 1. First of all, boom! We overfarmed by 1, and that's critical because we're able to outpace the Primeape to the close combat with the Fire Punch that secures the win. GG's. All right, into the final battle here, and some of you might recognize this one. It's in our most recent short, which is actually up to 770 views, which is crazy. You guys are awesome. All right, anyways, I'm not going to spoil it for the rest of you guys. Let's watch this one play out. So yep, we are shielding the energy ball here. Actually, no, I think it was the last one. It was the last one that was on the short. Whatever. This is still a really good one, I promise you guys. Because look at this. Look at this. Yep, we catch the energy ball on the Electrode, which I would much rather catch on or have the energy ball hit than my Digger's Beast. So we're just actually going to sacrifice the Electrode on this one. Sorry, the inverted box, the Electrode is done as far as this video. But you're going to see now that energy management will be very critical in this game. So we do tank 1 Aqua Tail here, which is does about 30% of our health. We do get a shield here, and we get the catch. We bank the energy on the Digger's Beast, and now the opponent throws an Aqua Tail on our Malamar, which is fantastic for us. We farm up as much as we can, and we get this CMP tie, luckily. The opponent lets their Jumpluff go, and they have a more Pekko in the back. And, yeah, we got to shield up the superpower, bro. You got to. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I don't have it. And at this point, we need to call a move here. Yes! We call the bait. Triple resisted Psychic Fangs. Let's go. And at this point, well, let's take another one. Boing! And now they're back in their electric form, so they really can't do anything against us. They're going to switch out to their Drapion, but we saved all that energy before the catch. And we boom the Drapion with the Hyper Beam, and now the opponent is going to have to throw a double resisted Aura Wheel, and it does nothing. My goodness. All right, so we play to a CMP tie, which is totally fine because we have a shield. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Fire Punch. I expected this to take it out because it's so glassy, but it actually survives. But luckily, we had a move on the Malamar too. We were just saving energy left and right, and it came in handy, and we don't need to hit any bubbles. Let's go! GG's, what a win. And all right, guys, that's all I got for you. As you saw, I might have even lost more than I won in this video, but that's just because it was very difficult to run triple Hyper Beam. It's a theme team for a reason. It's meant for the memes, not for the elo. I'm happy regardless to do these kind of videos because it's all about the content and about making you guys happy. So again, thank you, TheInvertedBox, for the suggestion. You're a real one for that. And I hope all the rest of you follow suit. Leave a comment telling me what you want to see. Odds are I have it, or I can build it on a moment's notice. I've got the dust, I've got the candy. Just let me know. And if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. All that if you want to see more that content like this. And if you've been ride or die with me since the beginning, thank you for your support and keep it up. And get a load of this screenshot right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is why I do what I do, guys. This is content right here. And that's the name of the game right there. So, hey, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. We're 3 subscribers away from 50. Let's get there. If we can get to 50, I got a special video for you. This video's got nothing on what I got in store for you. So let's get to 50. Let's make it happen. I believe in you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.